is the playground.
Katie, get out of here.
And you're watching my gosh, Patrol with Melanie and Elena. These are the cold, hard facts for playground safety. Every year, over 200,000 children receive emergency treatment for various playground injuries. Nearly 70% of those injuries occur on public playgrounds. Home playgrounds can also be dangerous. Nearly 2/3 of playground-related deaths take place there. Injuries to the head and face account for 60% of all injuries to children 0 through 4. Not surprisingly, swings have the highest number of injuries for children 0 through 4. Falls to the surface of playground contribute to 70% of all injuries. National Safety Week, which takes place from April 21st through the 25th, couldn't happen at a better time, since 71% of all playground injuries occur between the months of April and September. Make sure you use chocolate chip hand sanitizer before and after you get on all playground equipment. You also want to make sure you get a dime-size amount. This is for whenever you're on the equipment that you don't get sick. So make sure you avoid touching your face. Swings are the most frequent source of childhood injuries from moving equipment on a playground, while a few simple steps could keep your kids safe. Swings should be made of soft material such as rubber or plastic, not wood or metal. Kids should always be sitting in the swing, not standing or kneeling. They should hold on tightly with both hands while swinging, and when finished swinging, come to a complete stop before getting off. Children should stay a safe distance from other children swinging, being careful not to run or walk in front of a moving swing. Kids should never ride more than one child on a swing. Swings are designed to safely hold only one person.
Okay, where's that feet? Come on, over here.
When you get hurt in the playground, make sure you tell an adult right away so they can properly clean out the wound. The adult has a big kit. They should always carry a first aid kit with alcohol wipes, Band-Aids, cream, and eye wash.
Done.
This is my playground. No one's allowed on it. Get When dealing with bullies on the playground, make sure you go and get an adult because they can put a stop to it before you get hurt. And parents, make sure you tell your kids not to roughhouse. Slides are safe if kids are careful when using them. Here are some guidelines. Children should take one step at a time and hold on to the handrail when climbing the ladder to the top of the slide. They should not climb up the slide itself to get to the top. Kids should always slide down, feet first, sitting up. Never head first and on their stomachs or backs. Only one child should be on the slide platform at once, and kids should not slide down in groups. If you're at a busy highway or intersection, make sure you check both ways before crossing the road. You always want to hold hands whenever you're crossing, and make sure no cars are coming. Not to eat while you're playing on the playground, or this could happen.
These are good.
If you start choking while playing on the playground, get an adult to do the Heimlich. Don't let any inexperienced people try this. Seesaw requires the use of cooperation between kids. They're generally not recommended for preschoolers, unless the seesaw has a spring centering device to prevent abrupt contact with the ground. Regardless of the design, both seesaws and merry-go-rounds should be approached with caution. Other safety tips to keep in mind: seesaw seats are like swings, one child per seat. A child who is too light to seesaw with a partner should find a different partner, and not add another child to his or her seat of the seesaw. Kids should always sit facing one another, not turned around. Teach kids to hold on tightly with both hands while on the seesaw. Do not touch the ground or push off with their hands, and keep feet on the side out from underneath the seesaw. Kids should stand back from the seesaw when it's in use. They should never stand beneath a raised seesaw. Here, get a drink. Make sure you have lots of fluids in your body whenever you go to the playground. If you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or really thirsty, make sure you get a drink so you don't pass out from dehydration. Equipment can be used safely if kids are taught to use both hands and stay well behind the person in front of them, and beware of swinging cables. When they drop from the bars, kids should be able to jump down without hitting the equipment on the way down. Remind kids to have their knees bent and land on both feet. Too many kids on the equipment at one time can be dangerous. Everyone should start on the same side of the equipment and move across it in the same direction. When climbing down, kids should use watch for these climbing up. They should never race across or try to reach for the bars that are too far ahead. Children younger than 5 may not have the upper body strength necessarily for climbing and should only be allowed to climb on age-appropriate equipment. Where do you live? Want some candy? Candy in our van? Mommy! In this stranger danger situation, make sure to never talk to the stranger. And go get your mom. As is for supervision, a surprising number of parents strongly assume that their children are safe at a playground, and as such, don't pay attention to what their children are doing, the equipment they are using, and with whom they may be playing. Do not make them safety vigilant and watching the movement of your child in play areas at all times. A for age-appropriate equipment. Making sure your child is using age-appropriate equipment is key to keeping him or her safe on the playground. Bottom line is that children between the ages of 2 and 5 do not have the upper body strength and hand grip size of older children. If you see that your child is playing on equipment that is not suitable, their age gently guide. F is for fall surfacing. While most of us supervise and are mindful about who our children are playing with, few of us may realize how important the surface cover surrounding play equipment and the playground itself is. Red flags include, but are not limited to, asphalt, concrete, and other similar abrasive materials. If you notice of any of these materials, it's best to move your child into a safer zone. E is for equipment maintenance. Lastly, you want to take a look at the level of equipment maintenance that goes on in your local playground. Is all the equipment well maintained? Does anything squeak? Is it ready and apparent? Remember, frequent maintenance of playground equipment significantly reduces the chances that a child will be injured by one of the play pieces. Similar to fall surfacing, this may not be something that occurs to many of us, but just the same warrants attention. Thanks for watching Playground Patrol.